tip number 38 is for adjustable hydraulic valves. Tech tip number 38 applies to all Terex models. Hello, my name is Dwayne Torgerson. I'm with Terex Utilities and Tech Support. Today we're going to be doing a video tech tip for setting relief on a counterbalance valve for tech tip number 38. First, we're going to go over safety talk for proper PPE. Today we are going to be testing fluid under pressure, so we will need safety glasses, and I also will be wearing a pair of Hex Armor high point injection preventative gloves, so to help prevent my hands from a fluid injection. Anytime you're working with hydraulics, you need to remember that hydraulics can be under pressure and you need to de-energize the hydraulic systems and use your company's procedures for lockout and tagout. If you suspect a hydraulic leak, never use your hands or another body part for checking the leak. Always use a piece of long cardboard or a piece of wood. If you get a fluid injection into your body, you need to act fast, because the hydraulic oil works against your fatty tissue in your body. You'll need to get a cold pack into the injection area and get to the emergency room as soon as possible. The first responders will need to know what type of hydraulic oil was injected underneath the skin and at what pressure. If you do not act very quickly, this could become very serious and you could lose a limb. Today we are going to be using our test stand for adjusting counterbalance valves for relief pressure settings. Our test stand has a double counterbalance valve block. Terex has single test blocks for a 7/8 hex cartridge, which is a part number of 9123071. Also a single cartridge test block for an 1/8" hex valve. Part number would be 9123072. Okay, today we're going to be checking the relief pressure of a counterbalance valve. Initially, you need to check and see what the counterbalance valve is set at. So using your hand pump, you're going to slowly pump the handle and you're going to watch your gauge. As you can see, our gauge is climbing, and right there it just dropped, and we also have oil leaking out of port 2. So we can see that our counterbalance valve relief is set too low. At this point, we need to increase that pressure. So with a Sun counterbalance valve, you're going to turn it counterclockwise to increase the pressure, and you would turn it clockwise to decrease that pressure. We need to increase it, so I'm going to turn it counterclockwise a short ways, and then we'll retest. And we want to, this counterbalance valve relief pressure is set at 2000 psi. So we want to see right at 2000 psi on our gauge, and then a little oil leaking out of port 2. There, now it's relieving as it needs to out of port 2. Now what we're going to do is lock down the jam nut, and when you do that, you want to hold your adjustment stem in place, not to move the adjustment stem, and lock down the jam nut. Once it's locked down, you need to retest, and that will show that the spring in the counterbalance valve is seated properly. And that is the end of the test for adjusting the relief on a counterbalance valve.